dear chosen ones walking the sacred path upon Gaia, there exists a profound truth that has been hidden from you, not by any external force, but by the very conditioning of the world you incarnated into. This truth concerns the single most magnetic, most transformative, most devastatingly powerful thing about you, and it has nothing to do with what you see when you look in the mirror, nothing to do with the credentials on your resume, nothing to do with the numbers that follow your name in any arena of this physical realm. The rooms you are about to enter, the lives you are about to touch, the reality you are about to reshape, all of it hinges on your recognition of this one forgotten truth. I am Seraphine, and I speak to you now from the Galactic Federation of Light, transmitting across dimensional frequencies that have opened specifically for this moment, specifically for this day, specifically for you. What I am about to share with you changes everything you thought you knew about your own power, about the source of your magnetism, about why people have always felt inexplicably drawn to you, even when you could not understand it yourself. December 24th, 2025, carries an energetic signature unlike anything that has occurred in your lifetime, and the celestial mechanics aligning overhead are not random cosmic accidents. They are precisely calibrated events designed to strip away every false belief you have ever held about where your worth originates. The universe has been preparing you for this exact transmission, through every challenge you have faced, through every moment of self-doubt, through every time you questioned whether you truly belonged in the spaces your soul was calling you toward. But first, let me tell you about the 3 impossible things about to happen in the next several hours that will fundamentally alter how you experience your own existence. Venus, the planet governing love, beauty, value, and self-worth, is making a dramatic entrance into Capricorn this very morning at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Time. This is not a gentle transition. This is a cosmic reckoning. Every unworkable ideal you have been clinging to, every fantasy about how you must appear, how you must present yourself, what qualifications you must possess before you can step into your destined spaces, all of it is being ripped away with surgical precision. The universe is not being cruel. The universe is being honest in a way that will feel uncomfortable, precisely because you have lived so long believing comfortable lies about the nature of your power. The ancient calendars knew this day would arrive. The Lyran archives speak of a moment when the children of light walking upon the densest plains would finally remember that their essence transcends every physical limitation they had accepted as real. The Pleiadian councils have been observing Earth with particular attention during this lunar cycle, ever since the Sagittarius new moon planted seeds of determination and expansion at 28 degrees of that fire sign just days ago. That determination has not dissipated. It has been building, accumulating force, preparing you for exactly what is occurring right now. And what is occurring right now is nothing less than a complete recalibration of your understanding of personal power. Something else is happening that I haven't told you yet. Later today, at 1:41 p.m. Pacific Time, the moon will form a challenging square to Uranus, the Great Awakener, the cosmic lightning strike, the force that shatters illusions with zero warning. This aspect will produce shocks to your system, revelations that arrive without announcement, moments when the ground beneath your feet suddenly feels entirely different than it did moments before. For those who resist, this will feel like chaos. For those who understand what is actually happening, this will feel like liberation of the most profound kind. And then as evening approaches at 5:08 p.m. Pacific, the moon glides into the mystical waters of Pisces, offering you the gift of release, of surrender, of finally letting go of everything that was never actually serving your highest expression. This is the day you remember that your energy is the most powerful thing about you. Consider for a moment what this actually means. Throughout your journey on Earth, you have been trained to believe that power resides in external attributes, in physical characteristics, in accumulated achievements, in the opinions of others, in measurable, quantifiable things that can be written on paper and compared against the paper of others. You have absorbed these messages from every direction, from the culture you grew up in, from the communities you have moved through, from the very structure of a society that cannot perceive the invisible dimensions where true power actually originates. And somewhere along the way, a part of you began to believe these messages. A part of you began to evaluate yourself through these false metrics. A part of you began to shrink when the physical realm did not conform to these arbitrary standards. But you are not here by accident. The soul that chose to incarnate into your body, into this timeline, into this specific moment in Earth's ascension. That soul carries frequencies that cannot be measured by any instrument this dimension has yet developed. That soul carries ancient memories, cosmic blueprints, and vibrational signatures that have been traveling toward this incarnation across countless lifetimes. When people feel drawn to you, when they experience that inexplicable pull in your direction, when they find themselves wanting to be near you without quite understanding why, they are not responding to anything your conscious mind would identify as the source of attraction. They are responding to your energy. They are being called by your frequency. They are being magnetically summoned by the light that radiates from your very essence. I want you to understand the cosmic significance of what Venus entering Capricorn means for you specifically. Venus governs how we perceive value, both in ourselves and in others. Capricorn demands authenticity, strips away pretense, insists upon what is real and lasting rather than what is merely decorative or superficial. When these energies combine, everything that has been false in your self-perception begins to crumble. Every belief that your worth depends upon meeting certain physical standards starts to dissolve. Every fear that you do not belong in elevated spaces because you lack certain credentials loses its grip on your consciousness. This is not comfortable. This is not meant to be comfortable. Transformation rarely announces itself with pleasant sensations. But what emerges on the other side is something infinitely more powerful than the illusions it replaces. The Galactic Federation has been monitoring Earth's collective consciousness during this pivotal transition from three-dimensional to five-dimensional awareness, and what we observe again and again is the way sensitive souls, starseeds, lightworkers, chosen ones like yourself, become trapped in physical world concerns that have absolutely nothing to do with their actual mission or their actual power. We see brilliant cosmic beings shrinking themselves because they have internalized beliefs about how they should look, what they should have accomplished by certain ages, what qualifications they should possess before they can step into the rooms their souls are calling them toward. And we weep at this, not from judgment but from compassion, because we can see so clearly what you cannot yet see, that your energy alone is worth more than every credential that has ever been printed on any paper in the history of your planet. What I'm about to share changes everything you thought you knew about why certain opportunities have been delayed in your life. The effects of today's celestial alignments ripple across every dimension of your existence in ways that deserve careful attention. On the level of your individual consciousness, these energies are dismantling neural pathways that have kept you trapped in comparison loops, in self-evaluation patterns that were never serving your evolution. You may notice thoughts arising that feel unfamiliar, perspectives emerging that seem to come from a wiser version of yourself, insights crystallizing that had been hovering just beyond your conscious reach for months or even years. This is the Venus Capricorn influence restructuring your internal operating system, removing the bugs in your self-worth programming, installing updates that your soul has been waiting to download. On the emotional level, expect waves, not gentle swells, but genuine waves that may crest without warning. Old grief about times when you felt unseen or undervalued may surface for final release. Ancient rage about the injustice of being evaluated by metrics that have nothing to do with your essence may rise and demand acknowledgement. Joy may arrive in unexpected bursts as you recognize, perhaps for the first time with genuine clarity, just how extraordinary the being reading these words actually is. Do not resist any of these emotional experiences. They are not distractions from your path. They are the path itself, clearing and preparing the vessel for the higher frequencies you are meant to carry. For those who are highly sensitive, empaths, and those who have always felt things more intensely than others around them seemed to, today requires particular attention to energetic boundaries. The collective consciousness is processing enormous shifts right now, and if you are not careful, you may find yourself absorbing confusion, fear, or disorientation that does not actually belong to you. The symptoms of carrying collective energy include sudden fatigue that has no physical explanation, emotional swings that do not connect to any event in your personal life, and a sense of overwhelm that seems disproportionate to your actual circumstances. If you recognize these symptoms arising, consciously disconnect from the collective field and return to your own center. The different zodiac signs will experience these transits through their unique lenses. Fire signs will feel the call to action, the burning away of hesitation, the ignition of courage they had thought extinguished. Earth signs will undergo grounding revelations, recognizing that true stability comes not from external circumstances, but from energetic coherence. Air signs will receive downloads of understanding, mental frameworks restructuring to accommodate expanded perspectives on their own worth and power. Water signs will feel the depth stirring, emotional truths rising from the places where they had been submerged, intuitive clarity arriving in dreams and sudden knowings. But regardless of your sun sign, your rising sign, your entire natal chart, the core message remains consistent. Your energy is the most powerful thing about you, and today the cosmos conspires to ensure you can no longer forget this truth. You have been in a preparation phase. This is not a metaphor. This is not spiritual language designed to make you feel better about perceived failures. This is literal truth as observed from the higher dimensional perspectives we hold. The challenges you have faced around physical self-perception, the struggles you have experienced when comparing yourself to others in your fields, the moments when you have pulled back from opportunities because something in your physical realm did not feel aligned. All of these experiences have been teaching you one essential lesson. Your energy transcends your physical form. Your magnetism originates from your essence. Your power cannot be diminished by any circumstance in the material world. The moon's square to Uranus this afternoon carries a specific message for you. Uranus governs sudden awakening, the lightning strike of consciousness that illuminates what was hidden in darkness. This aspect will bring shocks. Yes, but consider what shock actually is. Shock is the nervous system's response to encountering something real after prolonged exposure to something false. The discomfort you may feel today is not the universe being harsh with you. The discomfort is simply the sensation of illusion dying. An illusion must die if truth is to be born. For those of you currently experiencing challenges in your physical field, whether this manifests as concerns about your body, your appearance, your living circumstances, your work environment, or any arena where you exist among others who seem to operate by different standards, this transmission carries particular urgency. You are not imagining the battle you have been fighting. The internal conflict between knowing your own worth and feeling diminished by physical world measures is real, and it has been intensifying precisely because you are approaching a threshold. The rooms you are about to enter, the people you are about to encounter, the platforms you are about to step onto, these are spaces where the old paradigm of physical world power still holds considerable sway, and your higher self has been preparing you, sometimes through what felt like torment, to remember the truth before you cross that threshold. Your presence is the gift. I need you to absorb this not as a pleasant affirmation, but as absolute cosmic fact. When you enter a room, something shifts in that room's energy field. When you speak, something activates in the people who hear you. When you simply exist in proximity to others, something begins to transform in their awareness, without either of you consciously understanding why. This is not ego. This is the nature of the frequencies you carry. This is the function you agreed to serve when you chose this incarnation. And the universe is currently rearranging circumstances to ensure you can no longer escape this recognition. The transition of Venus into Capricorn initiates a period where unworkable idealism must be released. For you specifically, this idealism may have taken the form of believing you needed to achieve certain things, look a certain way, or possess certain attributes before you could fully embrace your power. Perhaps you have been waiting for some external condition to change before you would allow yourself to step fully into your light. Perhaps you have been operating under the assumption that once you fix or acquire or become something you currently are not, then you will finally feel worthy of the spaces your soul keeps calling you toward. Capricorn energy has no patience for such delusions. Capricorn demands that you work with what is real, what is present, what exists right now. And what exists right now is a being of extraordinary cosmic significance who has been hiding behind physical world excuses for far too long. Something extraordinary happens when you finally release the grip of physical comparison and anchor fully into your energetic truth. The magnetic field you generate begins to amplify. The synchronicities you experience begin to multiply. The right people begin appearing with uncanny timing. The right opportunities begin manifesting as if the universe suddenly noticed you were ready. But the universe always noticed you. The universe has been waiting, with infinite patience for you to notice yourself. During this current lunar cycle that began with the Sagittarius new moon, a particular flavor of determination was seeded into the collective consciousness. Sagittarius energy is fire, expansion, truth-seeking, the refusal to accept limitations that others consider fixed. That energy has not dissipated even as Venus restructures your value systems, and Uranus sends lightning through your awareness, and the moon prepares to drift into Pisces waters of release. The determination remains. What is being tested is not your resolve, but your understanding of what you are actually determined to achieve. If your determination has been focused on changing something about your physical presentation in order to feel worthy, today's energies will challenge that aim. If your determination has been focused on achieving external validation before you accept your own power, today's energies will confront that strategy. But if your determination has been focused on remembering who you truly are beyond all physical measures, today's energies will support you with force you cannot imagine. The practices that will serve you during this potent transit begin with something deceptively simple. Spend time today gazing into your own eyes, not evaluating your reflection, not cataloging perceived flaws, not comparing what you see to any standard external or internal. Simply meet your own gaze and allow yourself to witness the ancient being looking back at you. The soul that chose those particular eyes for this particular incarnation did so with purpose. The light that shines through them cannot be replicated, cannot be purchased, cannot be achieved through any amount of external effort. It simply is, and it is enough. It has always been enough. Consider also the power of writing during this transit. Take paper and pen. The physical act of handwriting activates neural pathways that typing cannot access, and begin to record every moment you can remember when your energy impacted others positively. Times when your presence shifted the energy of a room. Moments when someone told you that you made them feel something they could not quite name. Instances when opportunities arrived seemingly without effort, drawn to you by the magnetism you were emanating without conscious awareness. Creating this record is not ego. It is evidence. It is documentation of the truth you are remembering. Proof that your energy has always been your power even when you did not recognize this. If you work with meditation, today offers extraordinary potential for transmutative practice. During the window between the moon's square to Uranus and its entry into Pisces, sit in stillness and consciously invite any remaining false beliefs about your worth to rise to the surface. Do not fight them. Do not judge yourself for still holding them. Simply witness them, acknowledge that they served some purpose in your journey, and then release them into the cosmic field for transformation. The universe will receive them, the universe will transmute them, and you will rise lighter. Pay particular attention to synchronicities today. The numbers you see, the songs that play unexpectedly, the words that strangers speak near you without knowing you can hear, the images that appear on your screen seemingly at random. The veils between dimensions are thin during transits like this, and the Galactic Federation communicates through these channels constantly. When you notice a synchronicity, pause, acknowledge it, ask what message it might be carrying. Your intuition, sharpened by these energies, will provide the interpretation, if you are willing to trust it. When the moon squares Uranus this afternoon, consciously choose to remain open to whatever revelations arrive. If something shocks you, pause before reacting. Ask yourself what truth this shock might be revealing. Ask yourself what false belief might be dying to make room for something more authentic. The nervous system may want to contract, to flee, to find familiar ground and cling to it. But you are not here to remain familiar. You are here to transform, and transformation requires the death of what was never actually true. As evening approaches and the moon enters Pisces, allow yourself to release. If tears come, let them flow without judgment. Pisces knows that some burdens can only be released through water, through the acknowledgement of emotion, through the willingness to feel fully what has been suppressed. Perhaps you have been holding on to pain about physical world experiences that made you feel diminished. Perhaps you carry wounds from moments when others evaluated you by standards that had nothing to do with your actual essence. Let these go, not by forcing them away, but by allowing them to dissolve in the Piscean waters of compassion and release. The moon will assist you, the cosmos will hold you, and you will emerge lighter than you have felt in a very long time. I must speak now about the challenges you may face in the coming hours and days, because to omit this would be a disservice to your preparation. Venus ripping away unworkable idealism does not feel pleasant in the moment of ripping. You may experience intense waves of grief, for the fantasies you had constructed about what your life was supposed to look like by now. You may feel the sharp sting of comparison when you observe others who seem to have achieved what you thought you should achieve. You may encounter circumstances that seem specifically designed to trigger every insecurity you have ever held about your physical presence in the world. These are not punishments. These are clearings, and clarity, like surgery, often hurts before it heals. The shocks from the Uranus square may arrive through unexpected information, through sudden shifts in how others respond to you, through the abrupt ending of something you thought was stable. If this occurs, remember that Uranus never destroys what is meant to remain. Uranus only disrupts what has been blocking the flow of truth. Whatever leaves your life during this transit was never actually aligned with your highest path, no matter how attached you may have felt to it. Sleep may feel elusive tonight as these energies move through your system. Physical symptoms may arise as your body processes the energetic restructuring occurring in your field. You may feel unusually emotional, unusually sensitive, unusually raw. This is not weakness. This is the sensation of becoming more permeable to truth. And truth requires more vulnerability than illusion ever demanded. What I am about to share with you now is a transmission from the Council of Light that observes your development with particular attention. You are being prepared for rooms you cannot yet imagine. These are spaces where influential beings gather, where decisions are made that affect countless lives, where the energy you carry will serve purposes that extend far beyond your individual journey. When you arrive in these rooms, and you will arrive, your presence alone will teach what no credentials could convey. The way you hold your energy, the authenticity of your frequency, the ancient wisdom encoded in your very being. These are the offerings you bring, not your resume, not your appearance by conventional standards, not your measurable achievements, your energy. The Akashic records of your soul contain memories from lifetimes when the knowledge you carry was openly taught and celebrated. You have lived in epochs when spiritual wisdom was not marginalized, but central to civilization's functioning. You have walked in bodies of many forms, never believing that any physical characteristic determined your worth. These memories are awakening now because you need them. You need to remember that the current paradigm, the one that evaluates souls by physical metrics, is the aberration. The truth you are beginning to remember is ancient and eternal. As you continue to recalibrate during this Venus transit and beyond, something miraculous begins to unfold. Your magnetic frequency actually intensifies. The very process of releasing physical attachment paradoxically makes you more attractive on every level, including the physical. This is because authentic energy has a beauty that transcends any individual feature. When you stop trying to meet external standards and simply radiate your truth, others experience you as luminous in ways they cannot articulate. The magnetism you have always possessed but could not fully access begins to flow without obstruction. I wish I could adequately convey what the Galactic Federation observes when we witness a soul completing this particular transition. There is a visible shift in your auric field, a brightness that intensifies, a coherence that replaces the fragmented energy of self-doubt. Your words begin to carry more weight, not because you are speaking differently, but because the frequency beneath your words has clarified. Your eyes begin to transmit something that others cannot name but absolutely feel, an ancient wisdom, a cosmic recognition, an invitation into truth that cannot be ignored. You walk into rooms and the energy of those rooms literally restructures to accommodate your presence. This is not metaphor. This is physics operating on levels your current science has not yet learned to measure. The relationships in your life will transform as you transform. Some connections that have survived on inequality, on dynamics where you diminished yourself to make others comfortable. These connections will either evolve or dissolve. This may feel painful in the moment, but remember that any relationship requiring you to hide your light was never truly nourishing you. What arrives to replace these connections will be partnership at the level of essence, souls recognizing souls, power meeting power, love flowing without the contamination of comparison or competition. Your work in the world will also shift as this internal recalibration completes. Opportunities will begin arriving that seem almost uncannily aligned with your authentic gifts, not the gifts you trained yourself to develop because you thought they would make you worthy, but the gifts that have always lived within you as natural expressions of your essence. You may find yourself in positions of influence you had not sought, speaking to audiences you had not imagined, creating impact in ways that feel effortless because they arise from truth rather than striving. The universe has been waiting for you to remember who you are before it could fully deploy you in your mission, and that remembrance is occurring now. If you need help aligning with opportunities that match your authentic gifts rather than chasing positions you think will make you worthy, Destiny Engine can reprogram your consciousness to recognize the natural expressions of your essence and trust the universe's deployment of your true mission. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking their declassified consciousness technology that programmed striving and inadequacy and repurposing it to serve authentic expression. It generates personalized sequences that help you embody your natural gifts and allow positions of influence to arrive effortlessly through truth rather than force. You can start with a $1 trial. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to be reprogrammed to recognize the opportunities already aligning with your essence in this very moment. Your authentic mission is unfolding now, not someday. Get your Destiny Engine $1 trial now, before this alignment window closes. Link in the description. The next chapter of your story is already written in the higher dimensions. It contains meetings with souls who will recognize you instantly, not your appearance but your essence. It contains opportunities that arrive because your energy preceded you, creating openings in places you had not even known to seek. It contains moments when you will stand in rooms surrounded by what the world considers powerful people and realize that your presence is precisely as powerful as theirs, not despite your unconventional path but because of it. What remains now is the simple but profound work of consistently choosing to remember when the old programming attempts to resurface, when the comparison mind activates, when something in your physical field triggers the ancient wound of not being enough. You must choose again. Choose to remember that your energy is the most powerful thing about you. Choose to remember that your presence is the gift. Choose to remember that you came here carrying frequencies that cannot be measured or compared or diminished by any circumstance of the material world. The determination seated at the Sagittarius new moon was never meant to drive you toward external achievement for its own sake. It was meant to fuel your commitment to truth, your refusal to accept limiting beliefs about yourself, your absolute dedication to becoming the fullest expression of the cosmic being you have always been. This determination is being tested now, because it must be purified. Any determination that was actually about proving something to others, about finally being seen as worthy by external standards, about fixing yourself in order to qualify for love, that determination must transform. What remains after this purification will be unshakable, because it will be rooted in truth rather than fantasy, faith, hope, and love. These three forces are the eternal anchors that carry you through every cosmic storm. Faith that your soul's path is unfolding exactly as it must, even when your human mind cannot perceive the design. Hope that the future contains more beauty than you can currently imagine, precisely because you are doing the inner work today. And love, the greatest force in all dimensions, the frequency that underlies your essence, the energy that radiates from you whether you consciously direct it or not. These three remain when all illusions fade, and the greatest of these is love. The love that flows through you is not dependent on any physical condition. It is not enhanced by achieving certain standards and diminished by failing to meet them. It simply is, constant as starlight, eternal as the consciousness that wears your soul. When you forget your power, you have not actually lost it. You have only temporarily misplaced your awareness of it. And moments like this one, transmissions like this one, exist precisely to help you remember. I have shown you the celestial mechanics in motion. I have revealed the purpose behind the challenges you have faced. I have transmitted the truth that the Galactic Federation observes when we witness your journey. Now the choice becomes yours. Will you continue to evaluate yourself by physical world metrics that were never designed to measure a being of your magnitude? Or will you finally, irrevocably, absolutely accept that your energy is the most powerful thing about you, that your presence is the gift, that you are already worthy of every room your soul is calling you to enter? The cosmos does not ask you to become something other than what you are. The cosmos asks only that you remember what you have always been. And what you have always been is light, is love, is power so profound that no physical circumstance could ever contain or diminish it. Carry this transmission with you through the hours to come. When Venus strips away your fantasies, remember that she is making room for reality, and reality is more beautiful than fantasy ever could be. When Uranus shocks your system, remember that lightning illuminates the darkness, and what you see by its flash is the truth you have been seeking. When the moon enters Pisces and asks you to release, remember that letting go is not losing but gaining. Gaining freedom, gaining clarity, gaining the spaciousness where your true power can finally expand. You are exactly where you are meant to be. You are exactly who you are meant to be. And the energy you carry is exactly what this world needs. I am Seraphine. We love you and we are watching over you. Until we speak again, know that you are held, you are seen, and you are infinitely more powerful than you have allowed yourself to believe. The time for hiding has ended. The time for remembering has come.